Welcome to Aero. We're going to give a quick overview, and we're going to touch on those three key points that Simon brought up. Interactivity for all, ability to interpret with Photoshop, Illustrator, and all the other Creative Cloud tools, and then publishing that we make so easy. And so I'm going to start creating a whole new scene from scratch. So the first thing I will have to do is identify an anchor. So now my phone is finding on my laptop keyboard feature points that can be used, and then with a single tap I can just create an anchor. And so now I can apply all the content I want to this anchor in space. We have image anchor, and we have also surface anchors like the one that you are seeing. And then let me start bringing in some content. So the use case example that we are showing now is augmenting the experience of a toy, discovery of a toy in a toy store. So I'm going to bring in some background first. Here we have it. This is a PSD file, and I can see all the layers. And the beautiful part of that is that I can also control them. So I can tap on that, and then on the menu below, because it's a PSD, we have the layers icon appearing, and I can increase the offset and really get a nice 3D feeling for this diorama illustration. So this is the backdrop of my toy story that I'm creating, and I can also create offset along X and Y, of course, creating really a cool effect of parallax and 3D, like we have shown last year at Max. Let me add a few more assets. So we have a full compilation of free starter assets that people can use. Here is my pine tree. There is no, as you can see, there are no gizmos in here. We really simplified everything to be just a touch experience, and so I can pinch and change the scale. I can rotate with 2 fingers. I can move around the plane with 1 finger, and then with 3 fingers I can lift off. So this is all touch interactions that are very easy to generate. I can duplicate these 3, put it over here, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek at our behavior system that we created so that people that don't have the ability to code can still create beautiful interactive experiences. So let's say I want these 3 to spin as start to the experience. So I'm going to tap on behavior, identify a trigger, and I'll say on start, and then an action, in this case, will be spin. And I want this to spin around, along the y-axis and for the infinite. And so this is just in a few taps with this trigger and action paradigm, I have created an animation. And now if I preview my scene, you see the tree is now spinning. But let's add a little bit more. I want to add the toy that I'm using in this case as my example. So it's this beautiful wooden toy. And sometimes it's hard to create 3D animations for users. Very few people in the world can do that. It's a very specialized skill, but we have found that with augmented reality, we can break that barrier. So I'll show you how now I can animate this 3D plane very easily with my phone. So I'm adding as a trigger proximity, so when the user will get close to the toy will animate. And then for action, I will select animate. I don't have any animation on this airplane, so I will create a new animation. And here, just using my finger, my phone, I can hold onto this airplane for 3 seconds, and then I can move it around. So it's flying, and then it's coming back to the original spot. So I create a very simple animation that I can edit. I can make it smoother, and I can have this behave like a plane, so it will automatically bank when turning. And then I can do a quick save. And this is basically now the animation that I will use in my behavior builder. So I'm all set. This scene is completed, and now I can just preview it. So my pine tree is spinning, and then as I get close to the airplane is flying around. We have a lot more complex 3D animations that we are enabling for the users, but this gives you an idea of how quick and simple this all is without writing a single line of code and just using a touch UI. The last thing I want to stress is the publishing. So once this is all created, I can share a link with the whole experience, and then anyone downloading Aero can instantiate this full experience on their desk or wherever they are. or I can export this experience as .reality, which is a native format for iOS and macOS. So I can literally text message this whole experience to a friend of mine, and they can view it in quick look without even downloading an Aero app. Or if it is a developer that is working with me on this app, they can take the whole experience in .reality format, and then they can incorporate inside Xcode and complete the app for advertising my toy in my toy store. So this is an overview of what Aero can do. We will have also a desktop application in private beta for Macs. And yeah, this is wrapping up the demo.